Fraudsters are getting very sneaky with how they target people interested in online trading. The market regulator noted that fraudsters are luring victims through online trading courses, seminars, and mentorship programs related to the stock market. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Fraudsters leverage social media platforms such as WhatsApp or Telegram and Facebook with advertisements regarding free stock market tips and insist the victims to join the premium or VIP groups. Online communities on social media have a big impact on the stock market these days. Places like Reddit and Twitter are where lots of individual investors gather to talk about stocks. Victims receive advertisements on social media platforms or WhatsApp or other messaging platforms promoting free trading tips classes. These ads are designed to attract individuals interested in stocks trading. When victims click on the advertisement, they are redirected to an unknown WhatsApp group or messaging group. Fraudsters use these groups to establish communication with the victims. Fraudsters communicate with the victims through these WhatsApp groups and persuade them to invest by offering free trading tips. They make enticing claims about potential profits in stocks trading. Then, victims are asked to install trading applications provided by the fraudsters for further guidance in trading stocks and earning profits. These applications are not registered under the Securities and Exchange Board of India (SEBI). Victims register on the trading applications and start stock trading based on the fraudsters' recommendations. They deposit money into bank accounts specified by the fraudsters. In most instances, cybercriminals also share fake screenshots of the profits earned by other clients and also transfer money to the victim's bank account to win the victim's confidence. There is a need to verify the authenticity of the trading platform and regularly review and reconcile your investment statements and transactions. When victims attempt to withdraw their supposed profits from the digital wallet, they are informed that they can only do so once they reach a certain threshold, typically around 50 lakh rupees or above. At a certain point, victims are asked to pay a tax amount on the profits earned. If they refuse, all communication is halted, and the victims realize they have been scammed. Hence, be wary of unsolicited investment advice from unknown sources on social media and always verify information through reliable sources. Additionally, consider consulting with a financial advisor before making any significant investment decisions. Let's look into today's headline. Microsoft to build a new data center to support Thailand's tech industry. Microsoft has revealed intentions to construct a regional data center as well as an AI and cloud infrastructure in Thailand. The initiative intends to improve the accessibility of cloud services, assist Thailand's digital economy, and train more than 1 lakh people. This action is a component of Microsoft's dedication to support Thailand's digital and economic development. Wipro and Nokia signed multi-million-dollar agreement for digital workplace. Wipro and Nokia have signed a multi-million-dollar deal for Wipro to restructure its employee service desk and offer seamless, real-time IT help to a global network of workers. Under the terms of the agreement, the IT company will develop a customized cloud-based artificial intelligence solution for Nokia's employees, which consists of over 86,700 users across 130 operational countries. India-made Micron semiconductor chips are about to enter international markets. In the first half of 2025, the semiconductor packaging division of Micron Technology, located in Sanand, Gujarat, is expected to introduce the nation's first made-in-India chips. Managing Director of Micron India, Anand Ramamurthy, states that most of these chips will be exported from the beginning. No factory in India would cater solely to the domestic market, with a small portion allocated for local consumption and the bulk destined for export market. iPhone exports from India surpassed $10 billion, a 100% rise. India exported phones worth over $15 billion in 2023-2024 with $10 billion or 65% of those being iPhones. Almost 1 in 7 iPhones sold globally in final year 24 were made in India. By 2028, the government expects this number to increase to a quarter. Apple intends to boost iPhone production in India to around 50 million units yearly within the next 2 or 3 years. The Delhi government issued a warning to schools in response to fake bomb threats. The Delhi government issued an order urging schools to maintain vigilance and ensure the prompt monitoring of emails received at their official addresses in response to a series of false bomb threats targeting schools in Delhi NCR. The directive required that any content found in the emails that was questionable or worrisome be reported right away to the Delhi police and district education officials so that the proper action could be taken. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to VAR India magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.